Hi everyone! Today I'm going to be casting the group stage of Viper versus Liereyy from the Red Bull Wololo 5. It's a really great set and I'm excited to share with you all. Let's take a look at the Civ draft and the map draft. So Liereyy banning Wade and Kawasan, picked up Atacama for his home map, and Viper, he picked Aftermath and banned Winged and Meadow. Looking for the snipes or the bans, Liereyy getting rid of all the expansion ones. Bohemians, Sicilians, Poles, get out of here. And Viper banning Aztecs, Huns, and the Brits. We've got Tatars, Vikings, Franks, Vietnamese. For Liereyy, his Magyar pick was sniped by the Viper, and Viper adding Saracens, Bulgarians, Ethiopians, and Chinese to his arsenal, and also his first pick, the Cumans, were sniped by Liereyy. Let's get into game number one. It's going to be Runestones. Game number one, we got Viper in the yellow. He's playing as the Ethiopians. They've got that really nice 18% faster archers. And check it out, Viper's opening with his range. He's doing some scouting. No, he's going straight here to find Liereyy. And Liereyy playing as the Vikings with free wheelbarrow already underway, adding a range, feeling mighty fine himself. So we've got Viper's scout that's really looking to find Liereyy. Don't think he's found him just yet, but Viper, or Lierey's already found Viper over here, and he's sending a scout trying to be annoying, possibly looking to find a villager that might be doing some walling, might want to be doing some poking, some prodding, and all of that good stuff. We got two archers from Viper, and we're creating more. Very nice. Okay, here come the walls for Viper, and maybe we'll get a snipe here with this scout over here. And Viper's scout coming home to deal with the aggression from Liereyy. He's already coming forward with a archer and a skirmisher. Viper here has his two archers and he's sending them up, and away. And Viper adding some skirmisher defense as well. So we have some really nice gold for Liereyy over here in the back, really protected. His berries are going to be fine as well. They're a little, further out from the action. Although, I don't know, maybe Viper's looping straight to them. We'll certainly have to tell. All right, Viper picking off some skirmishers, which is really nice because he's going for archers. But all the way at the... oh, no. The walling villager was dead. Oh, no. I think Viper's going to save this skirmisher. Town fire will hit this scout for a little bit. And Viper... well, it's already not ideal that he's lost a villager. He still has a scout, though, and it looks like Lierey's going to come back to try to snipe this skirmisher. Seems a little bit of weird. I wouldn't want to throw away a scout. I feel like they can be very, very valuable. But these archers from Viper are going to get chased down by Lierey's little defensive crew. And Viper should clean this up. 1 HP scout versus full HP. I think that is a no-brainer. Who's going to take that fight? Unless, Liereyy does some crazy macro, which I don't know if we can when the scout's only at 1 HP. But anyway, hold on. Viper is not going to get the kill because Liereyy is awake at the wheel. He's going full skirms. Guys, how many times do I have to say this? Best unit in the game. Skirmishers are going to be chasing Viper's archers. And folks, Liereyy, with that free wheelbarrow, that free rocket and rolling economy, he's already got fletching, he's got padded armor, and he's very close to clicking up to castle. Viper, meanwhile, having to use the market to get up there, and Liereyy, with no market abuse, should be able to rock and roll into the next age just fine, folks. Fine. Alrighty, so we have skirmishers versus skirms and archers. Gotta say, big armies for both players. Viper with the home advantage as he's defending. It's easier for him to reinforce, but Liereyy with trash units. There's some gold units here that Viper obviously is going to want to keep alive at the wheel here. Another range coming up for Viper, so he's going to go for the double range. No option of booming anymore. That ship has sailed. He sold his 200 stone. You can't. Buying stone back, mining your own stone is not an option. Folks, we have Liereyy who... whoa! Viper coming forward with a villager. Quite forward. Possibly wanting to make some production buildings right there forward. Doing a really... you just know. There's a vill here. nothing good comes from a Vil there for Liereyy. All right, we have some disgusting work happening here as Viper is forced off of his wood line, which is really not ideal. Villager-wise, Viper is down a few, and he does not have wheelbarrow, so that is a problem. Viper has still lost just one villager that Liereyy has killed, but he has had a little bit of idle time that equates to one Vil lost, possibly losing a second one or a third one over here. Not ideal. All right, Viper is in the castle age. This lady gonna go with an unprotected siege workshop, folks. This is bold. I don't know if it's beautiful, but I like it. I gotta say, we gotta appreciate the aggression here. So, what we got here? A bunch of things. We've got skirmishers versus archers, folks. This is a fight that is never good for the archer player. Crossbows are not gonna come in. We cry about all of this stuff at a later point in time as we have more action happening here at the Woodline Farm of Viper. No aggression on Liereyy. We do have the Siege Workshop. Mangonel is being created, but that means there's not much wood for Viper to work with. Don't think he has a stable, if I recall correctly, so doesn't have much of an answer to these skirmishers. His Siege Workshop isn't home, so I feel like, do we have to bring this Mangonel all the way home? Oh boy, we gotta bring this Mangonel all the way home, and they're so slow. It's gonna take years for it to come over here to the action, and these skirmishers are just gonna wreck it, Ralph. And Viper's gonna be taken off of his gold. He does have some of his crossbows. He does have Botkin, but Liereyy, he's got Botkin too, and he's picking up his +2 defense for his skirmishers and his archers. Viper idling here away, doing the Great Migration back to this wood line. He does have some gold here. A TC would be so lovely here for extra defense, but like we mentioned, no stone for that, and the skirmishers are going to keep doing the work. They're elite, they're beautiful, they're gorgeous. Viper does not have the resources for the elite skirmisher upgrade, so the only one with LE skirms, well, that's Mr. Liereyy. Liereyy now with free hand cart, so that's on the other free upgrade that the Vikings get. Honestly, Viper, chasing with villagers, that's so much idle time. His villager efficiency 38% is disgusting. Oh my goodness, and the GG here is called as Viper has nothing to defend. He's taken off of his gold. He can't take out the skirmishers here. The manga doozy just arriving here, but it's too late. Nothing to save him, and Liereyy with that Viking economy feeling fine. And you know, the nice bonus for Ethiopians getting 100 extra gold, 100 extra food was nice upon clicking up to castle, but it wasn't enough to compete with that Viking boost. Economy upgrades, well, free wheelbarrow, free handcart, feeling fine. Viper only picking up 80 bitty, and military economy technology score. That's all gonna be on the on Liereyy. Well played there. 2 more villagers and a little bit more clickies were had. Really well played. We're going to move on to game number 2, which is going to be Viper's. This is Viper's home map Aftermath. It looks a little something like this. And we've got kind of, you know, a fortress of sorts with burning walls. And there are these 2 little workshops in the corners. Well, corners is a relative term. And if you control them, you do have a little bit of trickle of resources here and there. So Viper, again, in the yellow, playing as Saracens. Will we see some market abuse? I'm going to probably go ahead and say yes. He's opening up with a range here. Liereyy in the red, opening up with a range himself. Lierey's micro is so devastating, so we're going to need to be very careful. If we're the Viper, both are going to want to try to get control of this workshop. It's going to be, Lierey's going to get there a little bit first. Maybe if Viper gets the first pick, might be good, but it's quite similar at the same time. Do we wait for this fight? There's not much else happening. That's a lie. There's always stuff happening here. Oh, the Saracen market going up. And we have Liereyy reinforcing with another spear, so he wins that one. We don't need to waste our time. Liereyy here playing as the Tatars, looking to find maybe some hills to fight on, as they do get a lovely 25% additional bonus when they are fighting on top of the hill. This market will go up. A stone will be sold, folks. I'm calling it now. food will be bought, and Viper would be clicking up to the top. All right, sending an archer. Viper manages to clean up these 2 spears, and he is gotta be pretty happy with himself, I gotta say. Okay, Liereyy wanting to enter the market as well, so he's building a market right here. Viper, you can see, doing lots of jiggery pokery to click up to the top, and off he goes. Liereyy going to be joining him shortly thereafter, or not. He's going to be there a little bit later. Did not abuse it to such an extent. Tatars do get a sheep bonus. It lasts a little bit longer for them, and if he does start booming in the castle age, he should have 2 extra sheep spawning for each additional town center that is built. But will we see town centers? As we've established previous game, you sell your stone. Mining stone, not an option. Buying it back, no. You can't, folks. You can't. I say that jokingly. I don't know. There's always someone that takes it seriously. It's just a joke. You can definitely still buy it. You can definitely still mine it. Folks, army-wise, we've got some archers. Where are they? Looks like we're just using them kind of defensively here, as the archer from Viper is already doing some work. We've got bloodlines coming in hot for Viper, and you know what? Saracen camels might be the play, especially if Liereyy is going for the cavalry archers. He's not massing too many archers, so I don't know if he's gonna click the crossbow upgrade or just go straight for CA. I'm thinking because his second range is so delayed, I think he's just using his archers right now a little bit more defensively, and I don't know if he's going to click up to crossbow min instead opt to get Botkin and just start massing the cavalry archers. But military-wise, Liereyy has the lead. He's got 7 archers. He's got a spear. Viper's sitting here picking his nose with 1 scout, 1 archer, 1 spear, and a skirmisher. Another house being made by Viper, and this villager is awfully forward. So I'm wondering if we're going to repeat the last game and go over a little bit forward siege workshop. And well, Viper's still going to control the workshop on the right and the one on the left. Lierey's going to be getting it. Oh, hold on a second. Viper is going to snipe it from out of his nose. So Viper first to castle, going to open up with his knights. I like it. Knights are a little bit stronger than the camels. They have a little bit more, pierce armor and all that good stuff. So we're going to be seeing them. And I'm imagining as soon as we see this cavalry archers. Oh, okay. Now, Ellie's okay. Well, hold on. Ellie got the cavalry archer switch right. So we're going crossbowman and cavalry archer. Very nice. Fights happening here in the center. We've got 1 knight, 2 and 3 joining them. Nice find here by Viper, getting some nice hits while they were still archers. Now that they're crossbows, we got a hit and run. Tatar is going to try to take that annoying little hill bonus, and Viper's going to say no. He's going to say, get out of here, you cretin. All right, wood line for Liereyy looks to be nicely walled off. He's sitting at 38 villager, Viper with 36. No one's adding any town centers. We've established this already, folks. No stone, no town centers. I don't make the rules. It's just how the game mechanics work. Folks, we got more cavalry archers being pumped out. Liereyy lost his ball of crossbows. We also have nature added force here. Will this villager go down? I think she definitely might. We've had, I think that might be the first death of the game. I know there's more action happening here in the center, but I'm just so tempted to watch the first economic death. Come on. Yes. All right. Well, there we go. That was a nature victory here for Viper. He is in cahoots with Gaia, confirmed, and the knights are just wrecking it in here. Cavalry archers are going to be really annoying, and we do have a siege workshop with scorpions coming out, and that's beautiful. So we're gonna have to be really careful that these scorpions don't get sniped here. Otherwise, what has this all been about? We need the scorpions to keep harassing this gold, and I think that's really the only gold that Liereyy has access to at the moment. I suppose you go over there, but then he's not going to be having wood. So he needs wood, he needs gold to keep his cavalry archer production. Lierey's going to try to wall this off, but the scorpions are going to be beautifully protected by the camels. The Saracen's camels do have extra HP, which is really nice. So they are going to really help defend the cavalry archers or the camels and knight away from, away. We're gonna keep those poops out of here. So really nice play. I think Viper's adding more scorpions in here, and that's gonna be a really scary little mass for Viper. Liereyy has no ballistics. He's got 30 villagers. He's lost 13 villagers, folks. All the action is on here. We got Viper, oh, going into the wood line. Oh, Viper distracting Liereyy with the action on the gold that these woodline villagers all dead here. Ay, ay, ay. Sending more villagers forward to grab some gold. Sending more camels. Viper in a dominating position. Viper also housed, but we're going to pretend that's not a thing, you know? We're just going to avert our eyes here. And underneath the town center, throwing away some camels, which I'm not a big fan. But where is Liereyy getting the gold from? Well, nowhere. We got Viper pressuring this wood line here. Mr. Lierey's going to have to repair before those poops get in there. And we've got so many camels out on the field, so much military. Lierey's sitting with some 12 cavalry archers, sure. Let's see what kind of damage they can do. But we are sending knights and camels our way. And the economy for Viper is so much nicer. Look at the villager difference, 29 to 45. Viper can lose all of these vills and still be fine and dandy. Obviously you want to, you know, avoid that, but look at this, no gold access for Liereyy, so many idols. We're pressuring the production buildings. Liereyy in a little bit of a pickle, as one would say. It might as well be a dill, and it looking a little bit gross because yeah, no military production means death, and he calls it and he says, all right, I'll see you in game number 3, ya bum. Okay, so we got some GGs being called. Everything's fine and dandy for Viper. He's playing super strongly. Let's check the statistics over here. Economy upgrades, not much to say for Viper. Liereyy picked up his itty bitties, though that's something. But military economy, that's going for the Viper. Look at these statistics. Amazing stuff here. Way faster. He clicked those market prices real good. And society-wise, 47 villies paid the billies. APM clicky clickies were had by the Viper. He clicked a little bit more and in all the right places. Super, super well done. We're going to move on to game number 3. Lierey's home map, Atacama. And we've got Liereyy in the red here playing as the Franks. Well, what can we say? Frankie Doodle Dandies are pretty nice with their very nice 15% extra faster gathering rate for the berries. He's picking up his itty bitty. A Viper going for forging straight away, which tells me we're going to see some jiggery pokery. Mr. Liereyy opening up with the stable seems pretty nice. Frank player does not have bloodlines, but does get extra HP standard for the scouts, which is pretty okay. So we've got Viper in the yellow playing as Bulgarians. Well, Man-at-Arm upgrade is automatic. He did open up with Man-at-Arms against Hera the other day. Wondering if we'll see some Man-at-Arm action today as well. Instead, he's opting to go for some spear defense, which I'm a big fan. And he's already sending his scout forward to try to... well, to do something, I'm sure. I'm sure. Probably looking for a Liereyy. Scouts are in for Liereyy. Viper going to try to do some quick walls over here. Spear defense in place. And... well, this is Atacama, folks. For those of you who don't know, lots of wood in the center. And on this version, there are some pawns in the corners. Time will tell if they are a thing. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. But Mr. Liereyy being quite bold, being quite beautiful, running underneath the town center. But are we going to get a snipe here? Are we going to look at the first? Nah. We do get a little bit of harassment, a fraction of some seconds of idle time, but not much else going on. So Viper is going for archers, which is interesting considering Bulgarians do not get crossbowman upgrade. So I don't think he's going to commit too heavily to the archer play, but he's sending some archers forward. He's sending some spears forward. What has he scouted? He's finding the wood line. He's going to find the other wood line, possibly losing the scout. No. He's going to run away there. Everything's fine. It's okay. Mr. Viper's got it under control. Lierey's got it under control himself. That's a nice big mass of scouts here for Liereyy. He's got 4 of them, not seeming to add any more. He's not picking up any defense or offense upgrades for his scouts, unlike Viper. But Viper is playing as Bulgarian, so his blacksmith upgrades do cost only half the food, which makes it a little bit more affordable. So fletching and forging is a nice addition. All right, so Mr. Viper harassing this woodline from Liereyy. No kills. Eco kills. It's important. No economic debts here for either player were had, but Viper is up 2 villagers. Why? Because Viper is on the water and he's got a couple of these guys, eh? That's pretty nice. Well, one. He's got 1, but still, it's something. I'm not sure where the difference of the other one is. 38 villagers versus 39. Is it the 6? Nah. Folks, if someone wants to let me know where this extra villager is from, you let me know, because I can't, my brain isn't there yet right now. You know, it's too early in the day. Look, do you see the sun outside in the window? Who am I this early in the day to be watching Age of Empires? Folks, we've got skirmishers from Liereyy, 5 scouts, and a very, very close time to be going up to the Castle Age, whereas Viper, well, nowhere near. And Frank Knights are nothing to dig around with. Liereyy forced to drop here a watchtower on his gold, but he also has villagers and whatnot to defend while this tower does go up. We have had only 2 deaths now for Liereyy. That is going to be a little bit painful. We're going to cry about this at later dates and time, but this army will get cleaned up here, or at least be pushed away, you know? So that's something. Liereyy, like I said, castling. Viper, not castling. He still has the option of using the market abuse and whatnot, but is it going to happen? I see no market. I see no market. Here we have, ooh, Viper going on this main wood here. That is juicy. And we are sending more scouts out. Folks, Viper is all inning this, it seems. Bloodlines isn't in yet. And I swear Bloodlines is like, oh, okay. Okay, folks, Viper in a predicament here. Liereyy not adding scouts. Liereyy castling. Liereyy cleaning up Viper's army. Viper does have some forward... Yo, Viper needs forward villagers. Name a more iconic duo this match, you know? Or this whole set. Viper's just been adding everything. Leary's going to be in castle in 10 seconds. Viper with his bloodline is going to be picking his nose. We're making another stable for the Viper. He's going to need to start massing his spears. And he's going to need to start massing his spears yesterday. So he sees that Liereyy has advanced to the castle age. Probably wiping some sweat off his brows. Because he knows what's coming. Knights. Guys, the Frank Knights. Nothing to dick around with here. The scouts will clean up the other scout, and now Liereyy still has his scouts. They're very low HP, but still their attack is just as fine. He's picking up +2 defense, and Viper now in panic mode. Let me just wall my gold in real quick. He's making really big walls, but that's good because he's gonna have really efficient villagers, you know, because they gotta walk around. And look, I say really efficient villagers. What is this? Was ist das? As you'd say in German. Anyway, we have another big wall coming down here for a Viper around his wood line, which is kind of nice because you can probably house wall behind it as well if worst case scenario. He's got some idols. He's got some spears, folks. He's picking up his defense upgrade for the spears, which is nice. He's gonna need them. All right. Oh, poof, Viper, man. Viper scaring me. But getting those quick walls in, these villagers will get probably... maybe we save two. But Liereyy back at home, he doesn't have enough TC or stone for TCs. And as we've established, this mining is illegal. Once you sell your stone, you can't mine anymore. It's the rule. Liereyy breaking it. Disqualification. Am I right, folks? Anyway, we got lots of knights coming here for Liereyy, and he just keeps pumping them out. He's got 8 of them, and Viper gonna need to survive for at least 20 more seconds before Castle Age comes in. He's gonna try to house wall here to keep these knights in the town center fire for as long as he can. And I am scared because you know what? Spears aren't that strong, especially against... I just had to be excited about it. MVP! Yes! It's funny because I'm recording this, not streaming. My dream come true. But OBS is running. So slice of toast, if you're watching the YouTube video, thank you for your subscription. I really appreciate it. Folks, this couldn't have happened at a worse time. We got the pikeman upgrade, and then spears have all been cleaned up. So what are we upgrading? Nothing. At least we can create pikes, but this is looking really, really gross for Viper. He's got no military. He's got 43 villagers, so at least the villager count, he's fine. He's got the stone. As Bulgarians, his TCs only cost 50 stone instead of 100, but we're in no position to be making any town centers. Liereyy here, meanwhile, adding a town center on the wood line. It's going to be really beautiful. Lots of service area over there, and we're going to cry about nothing for Liereyy. For Viper, well, he's got some of his own knights. His knights have worse upgrades than the Frankie Doodle ones. They're missing, well, he's got +2 defense. Viper only +1. Both have forging. And look at all of this idle time. Vipers constantly have to garrison and ungarrison his villagers. He's going to need that food income, especially if he wants to keep producing pikes and knights and villagers. They're all food costly. And I'm sorry, Viper, but the Bulgarian blacksmith bonus of saving 50% of the food cost for upgrades is not gonna cut it. You know, we can't be producing many knights and villagers with that small amount of savings. So we are in trouble. Liereyy here, feeling fine, feeling dandy, adding his farms. He's booming on 2 town centers. He is fine. Now, he also gets discounted castles, so 488 stone instead of 650, which is nice. Maybe we'll see a potential castle here for us. Viper playing as Bulgarians does get access to creepy posts, but let's face it, folks, we're in no position to be defending a creepy post, let alone building one, let alone using villagers to be grabbing stone when we're losing them and we can't even keep our farms working. 2 more villagers go down. That's 15 deaths. Viper had such a huge economic advantage, and it's dwindling as we have more knights coming down here for a Viper, and Liereyy just pumping the knights out non-stop, has way more in the queue. Meanwhile, Viper is the only one on water, only on this pond here. He's got 4 of them, which is nice because they're relatively safe economy here. And I think if Viper needs something, it's some safety. All right, I love this town center. It's going to be on this gold. It's going to be on this wood line. 3 villagers building it. You know, yeah, you probably need to build it with more urgency, but I digress. So we got some pikes that are getting some needless hits here. They only got 1 engage. Oh, only 1 poke, only 1 stabby, only 1 twisty. Oh no, folks, we cry about this later. Children, Liereyy is evacuating. Okay, Liereyy is he entering the spearman market? No, not quite yet. I feel like he's going to have to. Viper is massing quite a bit of knights, and he's only picking up his horse collar right now. Liereyy, as the Frank player, got that for free. Pretty standard. And we are going to have lots of spears, lots of pikes, I mean, for Viper, right? Right, Viper? Why aren't more in the chamber? I'm not quite sure. There we go. There we go. I think really, as long as Viper keeps producing his pikes, I think he should be fine. Liereyy just producing knights, folks. If you're going to just pump out 1 unit, you might as well go for the counter. And the trash unit of the pike, pretty cost-effective trading against the knights. Are we going to get another villager kill here? No, she manages to stay alive. All right, we have a couple of knights here trying to find some damage, but I think Liereyy's knights with more HP should be fine. And we have another knight finding this, so Mr. Viper has this economy here. He needs it for his wood to be replacing the farms. He just got horse collars so late, so his farms aren't going to be too efficient. And these villagers are so far from the town center. Ay, ay, ay. But some really weak knights here are going to go down to the spear, which is nice. No one has any monasteries. No one has any monks on the field, which is weird, but that is the way of the cookie. It's how it's crumbled. More knights here from Liereyy trying to get some more picks and prods. And over here, more knights chasing knights. Folks, Mr. Viper making it happen. All right, looking at the military count, it's not looking as gross as it was a moment ago. I think Viper should clean up that little army. Ooh, going on the stone, so maybe a creepy post is something that Viper wants to do. Fighting underneath the town center is going to help Viper, but at the same time he's idling his economy, which is less than ideal. Viper is going to then be walling behind here. Will he wall in time? Yes, he's going to lose this villager unless he garrisons. Well, he's lost 1, I think. 16 villagers have been down for Viper. Liereyy only losing 10. And Lierey's got 2 town centers, so he's going to be able to replenish his villagers a little bit quicker than Mr. Viper. And we've got a nice raid here from Viper on Lierey's gold. Idling some villagers here, getting some pokes and prods. Skirmishers are cute, but they will go down quite quickly. Viper's not going to really care about the tower damage. He's got knights. Knights are strong, folks. But what is this? Looks like Liereyy starting to mass his spears. He's going to be a little bit behind in that because he doesn't have the pike upgrade yet, and he doesn't have any of the defense upgrades for his boys like the Viper does. But he does definitely have the better economy, so he should be able to create more of them. Folks, villagers are just going down left, right, and center for Viper. He's at 59 villagers, 7 military, and Mr. Liereyy going to look for whatever damage he can find. Pikes versus some spears and knights. It's a close fight here. It's a close fight. I would think that probably well, Liereyy doesn't want to take it. Liereyy doesn't want to take it, and we still don't see any monastery in sight. And without a monastery, you can't even heal your knights. And knights are a pretty cost-expensive unit, and so getting them, you can recycle and be efficient. But we've got more action here as Viper is losing his pikes, and Liereyy just has a crazy economy, keeps it pumping. Now, he's spending all of his resources, so he's got 68 villagers that are working well, and he's spending that res. A little bit more idle time on his town centers for Liereyy, 620, but he's got 2 of them to keep working. Viper's only got 1, and we've got just the story here. We got pikes chasing knights, and we've got pikes chasing villagers. All right, well, that is less than ideal, but Liereyy with a very large army now. The gold, this area here, you gotta protect it. If we don't re-wall, we are in trouble. We're gonna make it double. I don't know why these pikes are wasting time with this palisade wall, but my goodness, the knights are in here. Viper going to try to wall off. He can't garrison these ones. That's going to be so much death. Ay, ay, ay. 12 villagers are idled. So many deaths here as we're getting into the wood line, and without wood, what can Viper do without wood? He's getting his wood upgrade, but what does it matter if you got your wood upgrade if you don't have any villagers on wood? Oh no, it's so sad. Okay. Are they also getting into the gold? No, Viper's doing a great job of defending there. Viper's doing a little bit of counter raid at the gold, but Liereyy sending some pikes that way to clean, and we've got more villagers being garrisoned here. That's so much idle time. That's so much idle time. Okay, Viper's still in this. Still in this, folks. He's got 59 villagers, all right? It's something. Wipe the sweat off of our brows. It's fine. All right, pikes and knights going to continue to do the work, and Viper going to call it as Liereyy just relentlessly keeps sending in his knights and his pikes, and well, Mr. Viper knew that the jig was up. 4 pikes and 1 knight were not enough to get the G. Liereyy with the military economy advantage, free horse collar, really nice boost to Lierey's economy. Military-wise, also played it super well. Economy, more of everything collected with more villagers, faster castle time by far. I think Viper may be misreading the situation there, thinking of making it an all-in play in feudal, but Liereyy saying, we're going for that fast-ish castle. Society-wise, more villies paid the billies, and the clickies, well, they were had. Really, really well played. Really fun games. Thank you, Liereyy and Viper, for playing. Congratulations and good luck to both in the rest of the tournament. See you guys maybe on Twitch or in the next YouTube video. Take care of yourselves and each other. Until then, ciao!